my small talk on ethics, economics, wellness, and the society, and what we have learned so far. So, what is ethics? It's the right or wrong as the community or the society set the norm, and it's subjective. Sometimes it's some written guidelines, especially for scientific field, and sometimes it's for the society is carrying out for years. And there is a little difference between ethics and morality, because most of the time in English language we interchanged these two terms, but moral is normative, right or wrong, within me, within you, within she, within her. It's individual. And what we have found, I don't know, yes, in the economics is nothing but how best we can use our resources. How best we can use our scarce resources. And when we are thinking about using the scarce resources, there comes these two terms very interchangeably, ethics and moral. The way the society is guiding us, that in fact develop the moral in our children. And the children tomorrow will be the adults, and after day after tomorrow, they will govern us and rule us. So here is a big fallacy of economics, ethics, and moral when we link this term with wellness. The wellness or the well-being is a comfortable, healthy, and happy life, or how comfortable you are. Now, I add another term, it's society. It's a group of people living together in a more or less ordered community. So now you see that how the ethics and society are interchangeably linked to each other. When we are thinking about society, about economics, about ethics, about moral, at the end of the day, we are trying to think about well-being. So where is your comfortable? Where is your healthy lifestyle? And where is your happiness? A couple of years back, the Nobel laureates has invited me for a keynote speech on this issue. And I told the same logic I am explaining now. Now everyone in this world, except few in the Oriental countries, including Kazakhstan, Russia, India, except few who are like living like saint, most of us, we are running behind zeros. It seems that you will laugh if I say that we all are running behind zeros. Why? Because when my income was 100, I was spending 90 and saving 10. When my income was 1,000, I was spending 100, saving 90. When my income was 10,000, then I was spending 200, and the rest I have enough money, so I was thinking about luxury. And our want is unlimited. The first thing we say, our want is unlimited. So we are buying the cars, we are buying the planes, we are buying XYZ. But we are not buying the happiness. We are not buying the health. So what we are doing at the end of the day, when I am going to bed, I am checking my bank account. How many zeros are there? Is it 1 million? Is it 1 billion? Is it 1 trillion? So the left is almost irrelevant to us. On the right, how many digits are enhancing, and the digits are mainly zeros. And what is happening when because at the night before going to bed, most of the time we try to estimate, oh, I had that amount left, or I have to gain that amount. So those zeros are giving some neurotoxin secretions. So either I am sleeping well or I am not sleeping well. But for the rest of the day, I am feeling that I have health, I have happiness, but no. End of the day, if you sleep well, the medicine is saying that we can eliminate many diseases from our health. So in fact, how morally I am guiding myself, irrespective of the society, irrespective of the ethics, irrespective of the well-being, irrespective of the moral, that is defining my quality of life. If I run behind money, I am ending with so many diseases. That means even I am living my life, but I am not living with full health. Let's come to the concept more. So here is our body, here is our mind, and here is our spirit. So Blackstar actually defined these three, that you are in the center. And based on Blackstar model, I have added that we, in fact, the mind, the spirit, the body, unless you are super spiritual like a saint, we always need a safety envelope. The safety envelope, the safety by means of physical safety, psychological, psychosocial safety, economic safety, all safety issues you can bring in here. And that in fact depends on this basic triangle where community is the base. The environment where we live, individual and socio-economic environments are actually triggering the safety where I am living. And how the community through this individual and socio-economic environment, here you can say actually physical environment also, providing all sorts of safety that actually guiding my body, my mind, and my spirit. And these three is total me, total you, total individual. So if even I told about the ethics, about moral, unless my community or my society gives me the safety envelope, my mind, my body, my spirit will not give me 100% me, 100% you, 100% individual. And when I am not aware about 100% individual, I must incorporate in nature, because nowadays we have cut up ourselves from the nature. To me, I believe personally that nature had tried to give us a lesson through this corona. Every second or third year, the nature creates some special virus or special pandemic or epidemic, something. We never learned from it. We had the swine flu a couple of years back. We did not listen. We did not learn any lesson. And now we had the corona. And look, we had started like this bending body. Now 80% of us who are, who are working at the sitting position, we have also gained the same bending body. So nature has returned us. And we are living with our ego, forgetting the nature. And that's why we are not getting our full health. Except human being, all the elements, all the animals, all the creatures, all the organisms in nature, they try to synchronize with the nature, except human being. We are cutting ourselves more and more from the nature. And that is why we are pushing the whole human civilization towards vulnerability. The more you disconnect from the nature, more vulnerability you will create around yourself. And that is happening exactly to us. We did not learn any lesson. And that is why now our body, our mind are not synchronized. And if these two synchronized, only then comes the third, the spirit. Those few countable persons in this world are synchronizing with the nature. They are full control of these three, body, mind, and spirit. And they are the most happy person in this world. In one province in Himalaya, there is a special tribe. Maybe you can Google it. It's Yuan, and they actually win the battle against age. They consume a lot of apricots and completely synchronized with the nature. And I read one report from BBC and National Geography that they actually, even the 75 years old woman is looking like a teenager. And they communicate with them with whistling. So they whistle from one mountain to another mountain to communicate between them. So they are synchronizing with the nature. And they are actually living longer and happier life. So now I should ask you, this model world cutting all connectivity from the nature, and we are exaggerating or boasting that I am the superior among the animal, what is happening? What is the opinion on the shortage of food in the rest of the world? Because you know, food crisis is the most challengeable crisis now we are going through it throughout the world. And next year, for God's sake, if we could not control, there will be a couple of millions starve and may die under malnourishment. So when I am taking this action for jovial mood, but what is opinion for food shortage? Africa is saying that what is food? Europe is saying what is storage or shortage? America is saying what is the rest of the world? And Arabian is saying what is opinion? So this is the world in a nutshell. Now we are living. So where is the ethics? Where is the moral? Where is the well-being? Where is the society? Everything is guided by some zeros. I started my talk. The economy is guided by some zeros, no ethics, no morality. So a nation's health is a nation's wealth. We all know it. This wealth consists of 4 forms of capitals: economic, natural, social, and human. And here is the congruence. Here is the social capital, the natural capital, the economic capital, and at the center, we are the human capital. Now, every economy is running behind economic capital, destroying natural capital. Very few countries like Nordic countries or Taiwan and Japan, no one is thinking about creating social capital. So how we can expect that we should create the greater human capital? And when we are emphasizing on human capital, then we must give this example. I always give this example. Look how the work-life balance, because here, when we are thinking about the social capital, natural capital, economic capital, we are not thinking about human capital. We are running behind the monies. We are running behind the economy. We are running behind the zeros. And what is happening that when we are not balancing, because here when you are running behind, you are asking your subordinate, whatever happening to her or to him, just go behind the job and earn the money. Earn the money and earn the money. We forget that she is a human being. We forget he is a human being. She or he has a family, children. And what is happening? She or he is failing to balance between these two, the work life and the personal life. The top 10 countries, look, Netherlands, Italy, Denmark, Spain, France, Lithuania, Norway, Belgium, Germany, and Sweden. These top 10 countries a top in human capital. Why? Because they try their best to balance between work and life. And the exactly opposite I can see in Kazakhstan, in India, in South Africa, in Brazil. Those countries, in the names of development, economic growth, forget that we need to create the human capital. And most unfortunately, these concepts generated from our countries, from Oriental concept, that we must have balance. Now, by some political or by twist of something, these concepts are practicing in these countries. And we forget our concept, what Abu Nasser Al-Farabi has initiated, what Chanakya or Kautilya has initiated in our region. And what is happening? The amount and quality of leisure time is very important. We forget it because it gives the physical health, the mental health, the overall well-being. If we do not have the overall well-being or wellness, we cannot have the healthy days. Sitting on your desk and working is not your productivity. Presenting by physically in certain place is not your productivity. You are just present there, but your productivity is not 100%. And even in one city, Gothenburg in Sweden, they have tried to create 6 hours working day. And they try to calculate that is the productivity is 100% or not. Actually, they found that 6 hours working day is much more productive than 8 hours working day. That means the more you give work-life balance, the more productivity you will get. And our policymakers don't understand it, be it private sector, be it public sector, government sector. Our policymakers are believing the more you stay in work, you are producing more. And that's a very stupid basic failure. So when you are not getting the healthy days, your productivity are not 100%. If I am sitting here with 80% health, then my productivity should be 60%, 50%. So even I am getting my full salary, but my productivity is getting lower and lower. And if you accumulate this lower productivity, this creates a huge hole in the economy. And that's why even in the low and middle income countries, the people are working more and more than the Nordic countries and few OECD countries. Their economic development and growth rate is not increasing. This is the very basic point we need to understand. And when we are thinking about this, safety always creates the crucial role, where the individual safety and the environmental safety are the most important pillars for our leisure time, for creating the health. So here is the relation between father, mother, children, and a family. So this family actually is surrounded by culture, the extended family, the school, religious organizations, neighborhood, and work. And when the work is pressing the family, actually it's creating the pressing culture. In Sweden, if I do not do my work, then the superior can come and ask why you are not doing. Very politely. In Kazakhstan, if you do not perform your work, they will not ask you that why. They will say, tomorrow, if you do not work, you will get fired. So that's an unsafe culture they are creating. Unsafe employer-employee relation they have created. And so when you are coming back from work to your neighborhood, you are creating the same unsafe neighborhood. We all are in the rat race. We forget that we are included in the nature. We are included in the society. It's not how big apartment you are living, how big or how beautiful neighborhood you are living. The most important, how natural neighborhood you are living. Now, one of my student and me, we are doing, she is doing her PhD and actually MPhil, and then it will be a PhD. That how the people in some community are using the free air. Free air, you understand? Because we know if we go more and more in the outside and exhale more oxygen, it will give us better health. If it's better health, we can have better productivity. So we are even doing the research on these sorts of neighborhood. And what we are doing in Kazakhstan, no one is taking care of the pollution. No one are taking care of the neighborhood, the culture, nothing. All are running behind rat race to buy a better car, to buy a better apartment, which is nothing, which is rubbish at the end of the day. And here is the system. The family, you are showing the relationship with your parents to your children. Actually, exactly, she will replicate with you when you will be old and she will be the adult. So this small relationship actually exaggerate or extended to our neighborhood, and that extended to our occupational environment. Because at the center you are here, and then it's extended to your family, to your neighborhood, to your external or work environment, be it at school, be it at work. So workplace and other individual actually guiding the parent-child relation, because if you are tired, you have listened bad words from your boss, from your superior, you will come back to school, you come back to school to pick up your kids, and you are already irritated. So you are not speaking normally to your child. Sometimes you are controlling yourself to behave normally, but the frequency you are sending, she is accepting it. At the end of the day, we are some physical particles. We remove some frequencies. The bad frequencies you are sending to your children, she is receiving those bad frequencies, be it by words, be it by feelings, be it by your attire. So that actually percolating from you to your children, and the children is percolating to her class, and her class is percolating to the school is percolating to the neighborhood. So you understand how crucial this is. And here, this systematic thing, actually this parent-child relations have big impact on the schools and the health and safety at the occupational level. So the society, this health and safety actually brings the society. I told you, you have dreaming to have another zero at the end of the day. So everyone around you is trying the same to get another extra zero in the bank balance. So you are creating the same society, and the same society is creating you. And the same society is asking you that if you are absent tomorrow or after 2 days, you will be fired. So even you are very sick, you are coming to work to prove that please don't fire me. I need to get extra zero in my bank. And actually, this society is again developing how good or how bad you are behaving with your children. The children are the fathers of the future. Please do not forget it. And here, a simple example from US. From US statistics, if you live 78 years, they have only 28 years, they are sleeping, 1/3 of. 9 years left, how you will spend it. And look, even you are believing that you are working very hard in US, without working, you cannot survive. So in that super capitalistic country, out of 78 years, they are working only 10.5 years. Only 10.5 years. 9 years is to you, belonging to you. You decide how good you will present yourself to your children, to your wife, to your families, to your colleagues, because your colleagues are your extended family. I always argue like it. So healthy and safety culture, create it. If someone comes to X and ask, why papa, 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 then A, B, C, D all should come and back X and argue with the superior. Sorry, she is a human being. We all are with her. We should create the new culture. Stop from now. Stop. Enough has done. Now we should reformulate our healthy and safety culture. Start from the workplace. Because think of your children. If you go back with the bad mentality and physical performance, it will have big impact on your children. And you spend more hours with your colleagues. Imagine I always ask to my colleagues, we spend more or at least same hours with you than my families. So you are nothing but an extended family. So if you created your extended family a better culture for both health and safety, you can bring that health and safety better culture to your family, and all family will be happy, will live with greater wellness. The neighborhood will be better. So safe and healthy workplace is key to all families, communities, and the nation. If the employers understand it, the nation can be built up. Just shouting and threatening, we cannot build up the nation. I think we had learned the lesson for last 50, 60 years. Now everyone should start thinking that we did the wrong. Now we should come to the right. And so your ethics, your economy, your health and happiness, your wellness, all those I told, it starts from your workplace. If you create a better workplace, you can create much better health, much better economy, much better wellness for you, for your family, for your colleagues, for your friends, for your neighborhood. Actually, that will give you a better opportunity for our children. Now, I am not saying you here, I am saying our children, because they are our future. It could be your child, it could be her child, it could be XYZ child, but at the end of the day, they are our child. Those children will be our future father. And actually, they will build up the nation. So back to basic, we forget to smile and breathe. Imagine from today, when you will sit and work, sometimes you can put some alarm in your clock or your mobile and check whether you are breathing normally or you are smiling to someone for the last 24 hours. That are the basic. So my humble request, back to basic, smile and breathe. Because if you are short of breath, you will be annoyed. You cannot have a proper behavior to your families, to your kids, to your extended families. You need it. Thank you.